Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for a weekly angel reading for November 19th through the 25th, 2018. So let's take a moment to take a deep breath together. And as you breathe, just allow your connection to your higher self to expand. Allow all of with each breath, feel as though each of your chakras become fully enlivened with light, with the frequency of your source, and feel that the universe pours through you a golden frequency of Christ consciousness through this column of chakras, illuminating them and releasing any suffering or any thoughts or ideas, resentments or regrets, any anger, just allowing that to all be washed through and see it flowing out through your feet like roots that are reaching far and deep into the core of the earth, where they are being transmuted into alignment and harmony and peace and unconditional love. And just feel the frequency of this golden light bathing you in unconditional love and understanding. And just continue to breathe. And feel your inner light now from your soul shine brilliantly in all directions, as though you are this bright sunlight of energy, and feel it expanding as though the sun is rising within you, that your soul is rising within you. And feel the new frequency and the new consciousness that this is bringing forward, and with it, as a feeling of ease, relaxation, and new information, new awareness. And just keep imagining that this light within you that is like a brilliant sunlight is increasing in its intensity and becoming so blaringly great that it's almost like you can not, it's blinding. And that the room and the space where you are feels like it is just lit with light, radiant light. And nothing can withstand this light. All the shadows flee, all the dissonant energies, discordant energies flee and are made whole. Everything is breathing in this light. And just let it continue to expand for you. And in this week, getting a sense through this meditation that this is sort of a prelude to what is occurring in this week in terms of what it means for the soul to rise within you, to take that next level of ascension, and to rise within you and bring forth changes. And it's about having faith in those changes, and that you're going to be getting, as they're writing the word eagle, the sense I'm getting is that you're going to be getting some spiritual, new levels of spiritual insight, that you're going to have higher, new solutions from a higher perspective, where you're going to be seeing the details from a much higher level, and the orientation of them will um, appear to you in such a way that there are things that you didn't see before, you now will see. It will feel as though some of the obstacles, you're seeing less of the obstacles, and you're seeing more of the possibilities. And this is one of the sort of side effects of this, your soul ascending within you, this rising sun idea. It brings in more brilliant light, which means more clarity, more depth in your ability to see further, so that you may, the logistics of your plans, or if you were looking for that next step, and where you should go, that this light, this rising of the sun within your soul, will expand the territory through which you're able to see the steps that are possible. So your horizon expands. There's better vision, better day vision, if you will, for you um, to utilize. And so there's just more information. But with this increase of information, there will be significant changes within you. There will be, you will be inspired with new passions, with new purpose. And it doesn't mean that you necessarily are going to just put down what you're doing and pick up something else. Well, that can happen, but it just means that within what you've been doing, it's going to feel like you are able to just have a whole new set of awareness that you're working with. And so these changes are something that's going to be activated in you. And the thing that you need to pay attention to is the connection, the soul connection, the connection of feeling. These high vibrational emotions like joy, inspiration, peace, they bring in this golden frequency. They're writing this out. They bring in this higher consciousness, this Christ consciousness, and it is healing. And so it will shift the state of your being and make you more aware of your own light, that is your own truth and path, the way to forward through any situation. And it will immediately sever and sort of relieve you of the baggage that you've been carrying around, that causes that baggage that just usurps your dreams, that drains your dreams, and causes you to just leak energy all the time, so that by the time you get to the end of the driveway, you're already out of gas, and now you're just sort of besotted with all the problems, the immediate problems, which are just distractions, so that you don't think of the easiest solution and the simplest solution to get going on that road. And so you have to understand that your ego is going to react to all of this, and you start to look for problems instead of staying focused on the transitions that you are being guided to implement. And it's really important that you um, keep allowing this connection in your heart to be like the compass, this guiding light. It's this guiding light of feelings that you need to really stay focused upon, trust, and because it's leading you somewhere. It's leading you to new opportunities. Your soul, it's the call of the soul. And you have to learn to trust this call of the soul. And yes, there you may arrive at a point, at a fork in the road, where you have some choices to make once you get started on this, you answer this call. But just know that this the choices aren't there to create confusion. A fork in the road is an opportunity. It's the indication of the feast. It's like, sort of think of it as the tool to go to enjoy the feast, and it's just giving you several avenues. But again, it's about listening, paying attention to that connection in the soul, the one that you feel right off the bat. Don't try to make a big deal out of it. Trust right off the bat the one that just comes to you. Don't try to have so many answers, evidence. Don't look for a lot of evidence to prove that you're making the right choice, because that is doubt. The need to prove your soul's the worth that it's offering you through this strong connection of source consciousness is still doubt. It's not you being practical and logical. It's you doubting your feelings, and it's also you wanting guarantees that just aren't there. And but it shouldn't. You shouldn't say to yourself, come up with a whole list of problems, and none of them are sitting in front of you. But what you do have is this desire to change, to improve. Something is calling you for a reason, and you have it, and it's feeding you, it's nurturing you with the content of feeling, it's inspiring you, and in that content is the codes, the alignment of opportunities. And yes, it's your job to sort of ferret out what that is, but the only way to do that is to begin the journey and to trust that your instincts, your knowledge, your wisdom, your skills, your experience will the instincts the will come to you. You will know exactly what to do. But worrying about whether or not you will know what to do, or if will that sort of draws the attention from all of those resources, inner resources that are inherent within you, and causes you to find a disappointment instead, because you filled your mind with doubts, and those doubts overshadow your visibility of your own light that is radiating brilliantly and lighting up everything so that nothing is hidden from you. But if you choose to focus on the hidden, because anything that your ego offers is an illusion, which means it's going to conceal. And you could be standing right in the middle of Christmas, so to speak, and not see any of the ornaments that are there for you, because you're so focused on the problems, the risks, etc. So yes, this is going to be huge for you, to find this new level of trust. It's something you have to practice by knowing where your heart is focused, trusting those feelings, trusting that content of emotions that's that's really moving you forward, motivating you, and drawing momentum and action, towards an activity, towards the dream that is being given to you, that's sort of, channeling through you. Don't be afraid of this process, this really exciting process. Don't let your fears get the best of you. All right, let's take a look at the card and see which archangel we're working with this week and the message. And look at this. This is the Archangel Sandalphon, and um, it says gifts from God. And so, it said that Archangel Sandalphon carries our prayers directly to God. Okay, delivers them. So, and he's also sort of a patron of music and the arts. So this is something. It says, we angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. And so in this week, you need to really be as open to the possibilities, knowing that this is an important connection, a sacred connection between you and the Creator, heart to heart. And so trust and be open, be receptive. And I know that it's hard because what we want, when the opportunity happens, we're often afraid of it. But they're writing the word level, and it seems as though this is something's writing passion and hope. So this will come in a form that where you, okay, so the sense is that the sunrise of the soul will feel like this hope, and this hope will have this passion driving it, and it's just going to feel like this huge release, this sort of a reprieve from this, something that was very heavy or burdensome or troublesome to you, something that was really deeply concerning you, and this light, this hope is just going to come through like a star guiding you, and lifting your frequency. And so it's up to you how far your frequency rises, and that will depend on how much you are going to come up with excuses for why you can't, drop what you're doing, or let this go, and focus on this, and I'm seeing a peacock, and it feels like, it's time for you to sort of expand your wings, and to, let the beauty, let your hidden beauty just span outward right now, and feel that your worth, and the worth and the opportunity in you are in alignment. Don't hold back as this opportunity of your worth is presented to you. Don't close down. Don't close down your wings, your feathers. Yes, strut your stuff is sort of the idea, strut who you are. Be at ease, be comfortable with revealing your beauty to the world. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on for the week here. Whoops. Let me just see if I can move this up and fix that a little bit. See how the week starts off. Okay, so this is the Knight, the Prince of Summer, the Knight of Cups. So this is perfect because the Knight is romanticizes um, life, and so he's all about love and being in love and loving what you do, that romantic ideal, um, doing the thing that you love and pursuing it religiously. And so this card, when a court card comes up, it could represent an attitude. It could represent a person, but it could also represent an attitude or a course of action that you need to take. So it's very much sort of demonstrating the court cards some type of attitude or action that you, the individual, needs to take. So and we were just talking about that, and all the nights are about serving the mission. They are about some purpose and being focused on it and moving in that direction. Since each one of them has the mode of transportation with them, which in most of the cards in the original tarot is a horse, um, and here he's riding the dandelion, the except no, it's not the dandelion. I forget what they call these, but we used to make wishes on them. So this is about also making wishes and possibly some wishes coming, the possibility of wishes coming true, but following your dreams and pursuing them and not being afraid. So this is going to be a week where your passions passionate opportunities unfold, develop, are moving through in your life, and you may find yourself being swept off your feet by some great love. And that is to say, it could be a romantic love, but something that your heart, somehow you fall in love with something in your life. And maybe there's a renewal of love and purpose within your life that occurs for you, something that really truly awakens you, and you find yourself just off on this new adventure. So they're writing the word forgive, and I'm getting the sense that being something is holding you back. You know, if you've been feeling stuck, and I'm just all of a sudden feeling the heart heal, they need you to forgive, because it was just showing me a whole bunch of windows, because the criticism, and it seems like you've been judging other people, or situations, and your heart really wants to heal from that, and that judgment is just creating this energy where you're stuck in your opinions and your judgments and your and you just aren't happy, and you're not when you're not happy, you don't see opportunities, you don't see the world through that lens, and they need you to forgive, so that those and I'm just seeing multiple windows just sort of spanning across in front of you, and these opportunities will just open up to you, and they're saying that your power, you'll restore your power, you will replace the feelings of anger, resentment, um, with your spiritual power. Think about that sun rising within you, and that power, that light, will attract to you the opportunities. So there's something that you need to clear and let go of, so that your heart can really fall in love with your life. Okay, now we have another court card. And the Queen of Winter, the Queen of Swords, is, just about cutting out the nonsense. And so you're going to have to evaluate, because here we have this week of gifts coming from God. And you're going to have to evaluate, you know, the situation, you're going to have to get clear about what what's worth it and what's not worth it. And you know, basically, what has this been getting you? Holding on to this, dealing with this, um, inside the turmoil that you go through, feeling stuck in this way and not being able to forgive or let go or um, move past the pettiness. So when she comes through, she to me is always like it's time to clean house, okay, and and it may be things around you and relationships around you, but definitely you can't clean house until you clean your own house. Meaning, you gotta get clear about what's important to you, what are your spiritual priorities, and what is the rest of this. It's just all ego, banging back and forth about pride and being prideful and um, yeah, this kind of stuff is just that external junk, the baggage. It weighs your frequency down. So just think right now, as if anything's just coming to the front of your mind, something that's been just boiling in you for weeks now, and just feel the weight of that. And I can feel it around your heart. Feel how your heart is just deeply just wants to just let all of that go. And you need to. You just really need to let that go. So, whatever is coming up, you need to weigh it against your heart. You see the scale with the heart on one end and the feather. Okay, you really need to get the feather for me is spiritual consciousness, and it's also lightening the load. The lighter your burden, the lighter your heart, but in sense of light frequency and attraction. So you're always attracting based on what your spirit is focused upon. And I bet that feather could be become very heavy because it represents thought too, if your thoughts are dense and murky, versus your thoughts being spiritually clear, clarity that and pure. And so whatever that feather is, whatever the focus of your spirit is, the heart is able to be activated. It's able to activate its medicine. So you're either restricting the medicine of the heart, or you are allowing it freedom to purge, to heal, to mend, to build, to create, to restore, to inspire, to enlighten. This is really important. So think about this. What is your, maybe meditate and pay attention to how your heart feels about the things that you're focused upon. All right, let's take a look at the card for the weekend. All right, and we have the Chariot card. So this is giving me a sense of an important decision, and about moving in a direction. And then they just wrote the word. I just saw the word feather again. So it seems that the direction that what might move really is so dependent upon the thoughts. And it's interesting because it's nothing wrong that you have the spectrum of thoughts from the positive to the negative, but what does attach to it and makes those thoughts become more, let's see how I want to put this, what makes the thoughts become a motivation for the reality that they could become is the emotions that you attach to them. And so you want to be very neutral in your emotions when you're observing the thoughts, because then this is how you can sort of sift through and decide. You're exploring. When you're exploring, your thoughts don't um, they don't have to necessarily like all weigh in against you. So what the idea is, I don't want you to be afraid of your thoughts and having thoughts. That's not the problem, because we have our heart is always indicating where our truth and our peace lies, and the mind and thoughts are it has the ability to hold and to um, sort of process the thoughts. And you need to be able to decide, because that's where your free will comes in. So it's not terrible to have negative thoughts because you were given free will, but you can't exercise your free will in the way it was intended, which is to say, give you the opportunity to be aware of the contrast and then choose, and to create the best opportunities from what the contrast is offering you, right? So, but when you take things personally right away, and that is to say, bring all that baggage of emotions with you from the past and judge and criticize the moment, which is always free of ego. The present is always free of this. And when you have that thought, you reject it or you criticize it, then you become emotional about it. And then if you keep doing that repeatedly to the thoughts, that instead of letting that thought go because you recognize, okay, that's not something that you want to entertain, that doesn't fit in with your soul's alignment, and you move on. But instead you get emotional about it, and either you get anxiety, or you worry, or it makes you angry, and now it has an emotional component. So you're looking at the masculine thought and the feminine emotion. What you're doing is you're putting these two pieces together, and they co-create. So you can observe your thoughts without co-creating. You can just be examining them, to arrive at the clarity that you're looking for. So this is something that the universe, it's a part of our process, but we have to stay within the balance of the process and not jump to conclusions. Don't judge right away, but be open to it is valuable information. Again, without the spectrum of universal content data, we could not decide what's right for us and what isn't. That part is the free will. And we know that there are consequences, but when we get a chance to figure out those consequences and what we want to do, what decisions we're going to make, knowing what the consequences are, positive or negative. But it's important that you have your own choice. So there's something about this feather in this way, is why they were bringing this up. And you being clear, and this clarity will allow you to move forward. It's just going to basically, I feel like in this week, the sunrise within your heart, that your soul steps in and brings all this light, brings this clarity, it helps you to see objectively and from a neutral position, enhancing the quality of your free will, allowing you to be less confined and restricted by your emotional battles, and offers you the opportunity to free yourself, to improve yourself. Now, don't minimize or over, let's say, don't put too much expectation. That's not what I want to say, but the thing is that let it be. Be appreciative of whatever level of clarity you receive, because any level of clarity is like a diamond of light. So let's not judge the success of what unfolds for us, what kind of opportunities or enhancements or gifts that are given to us by God in this week by their size, but appreciate the feeling, the connection. Like hope may not seem like a great breakthrough, but it depends on where you are. But I can tell you this, no matter where you are, it is always this grand gesture, this grand gesture of freedom, and the feelings of relief are so profoundly healing. And we sometimes don't focus on the success of our spirit, which is far more pleasing and far more important and significant to you than you realize, than achieving the things that we believe we need to acquire in order for others to see us as successful. So it's very important for you to understand that. I'm sort of getting close to our time, and I'm not sure if I'm going to remember it. I was having a conversation with someone, and it was very profound that, you realize that things that have happened in your life, when you awaken, which is very hard for most of us, is you're never the same again. And once you awaken in this, which your soul awakens you never feel, you feel different, and you struggle with the idea of success, because the success of the success of the soul evaluates is very different from the way we evaluate success through our ego in society. And if you always feel like you'll always feel disappointed, or like you failed if you don't recognize what you've truly achieved. Okay, I just put it like that for now. So let's take a look at the card that's coming in the bottom of the deck, sort of indicating how things are unfolding this week. And this is balance. And so this is indicating that spiritual balance that we've been talking about, the soul is going to help you create that. It's going to help you to be aware of that. Take away some of that edge off of the anxiety, and enfold you in this balance of the spiritual laws that is inherent in every move, every dream, and every step that you take. The universe is constantly creating that balance according to the freedom of your heart. So free your heart. Think about that feather and that heart and the heart. Free your heart, forgive, release. And this may not also always, that word forgiveness could be much broader than we think. Okay, but forgive. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and thank you all for joining us this week. If you're looking for an angel reading, you can contact me at theangelschool.com, which you can find in the description link below. Join us for the daily card messages this week. Although since it's the holidays, I probably will be not doing them through the entire week, but definitely will be available. So you can follow us on Twitter if you haven't subscribed, or like this channel. Please do all of that. And I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. God bless you all.